Hello everybody, how are you doing? I'm out in the shop and I just dropped a video like 30 seconds ago, turning of the Charlie Brown blank. And here is an example of what the blank looks like turned. I think you guys remember what the raw blank looks like. And I just dropped the video. It's up on YouTube, but it's on early preview right now for the patrons. They get a 48-hour early preview. And then in 48 hours, it will drop to the YouTube channel, and you guys will have the turning of the Charlie Brown video. So I'm really excited to have that one done. The first one I turned, I think I showed you guys, as a matter of fact, I know I did in the video, where there's the first one, and it was a little off center. I didn't drill quite right. And then I came back with the second one. You see this one's even got a finish on it. It looks really nice. I was really, really happy with how it turned out. I didn't make it into a pin. I talk about that a little bit in the video. There are a couple of things I want to change on it. Yeah, I'm representing today Diamond Cast, man. Check it out. Great blanks. But anyway, I am happy that that video was up and out. I got a bunch of other video footage that I've taken this weekend that I have got to edit and get out to you guys. It's just a matter of finding time. I did get a little break to come out in the shop. I got a couple of things over here I want to work on. I got a buddy who is a he's out of the Marines, and where did I put his blank? Shucks. Oh, here it is. Last time I ordered from Mike DeLawter, he sent me this Marine blank, and I didn't know what I was going to do with it. United States Marine Corps, and I've got a good buddy at work who he doesn't work at my facility. He works at one of our other facilities, but he is a Marine. He wasn't, well, once a Marine, always a Marine, right? So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to get this cleaned up on the lathe, and I'm going to turn this and send it to my buddy as a gift. He actually he contacted me the other day and wanted to buy a pin from me, and I kind of hem-hawed around because I really don't like to sell pins. God, I hate it. But he's a good friend of mine. The guy's always helping me out at work. I mean, I really appreciate him, and so the conversation kind of got shifted onto something else, and I remembered this blank today, and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and turn that, and I'm going to send it off to my buddy. This won't be videoed. I mean, it's an acrylic blank. It's from Mike DeLawter. It is a wicked awesome blank. Mike sells these over at Lost River Pins. If you want to, or if you're interested in one, check it out. But I'm just going to turn this for fun today, get it into a kit, and then tomorrow or Wednesday, we're going to get it in the mail off to my good friend. After that, I'm going to go into a little research on True Stone. I got to learn how to turn True Stone blanks. I got a couple other blanks out here to turn, but I don't have a lot of time tonight, so I got to do what's important. Taking care of friends is important. So, everybody, thank you so much. I'll be back in a few minutes to show you, hopefully, a beautifully turned pin, and anything else that happens, I promise to keep you posted. I wanted to show you the blank and how it turned out. Take a look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that thing shine. Now I just got to find a kit to put it on. Something in my mind is telling me that I have a kit from Berea Hardwoods that is a Sierra style click. And that's kind of what I'm looking for, because I think that's the type of person he is, where he would have a notebook in his right hand, or his left hand. Maybe I'm left-handed. He would have a notebook in one hand. He would reach into his shirt pocket, pull his pen out, click it, and begin writing. You know, some people don't want to take the time to twist a pen, and he strikes me as the type, very efficient, who would really appreciate a click pen. So I'm going to go dig through that box of stuff I bought from my buddy a while back and see if I can find a click pen. Keep your fingers crossed I have one. If not, I will revert to a twist, but I'm hoping it's a click. I think I found the kit. This is kind of a brushed chrome. It looks really nice if I put it against oh shucks, it's hard to see with the glare. Let me get it out of the bag. Take a look at that. I have a chrome, but it's just too shiny, right? I think I like the brushed chrome look just a little bit better. I think it's going to make a gorgeous pin. I need to go look the instructions up now of how to assemble these. I've never assembled a click before. This is a tad bit disappointing. Take a look at this. I did not realize that the Berea, it is a Sierra. It's even marked Sierra, but the tube is maybe a 1/4 inch longer. I don't think I can make this work because with the click, it's got to be a little bit more exact, right? I mean, because, you know, the ink's got to be able to retract and you know, eject at the proper length of the pin versus a twist where you can force it back into the cap a little bit more. So I'm going to have to put this pin aside. We'll make one of these in the future because I'm intrigued by it. I've got a bunch of cool blanks in the shop, and I really want to turn one of these and put it together. They look pretty simple to put together, but we're going to have to drop back and punt. I'm going to go dig out a Sierra style blank. Hopefully I can find one in a chrome or a brushed chrome or maybe even a gunmetal. Let me see what I've got. I grabbed this Princeton pin kit and I've been putting it together. It looks really nice, but the problem I have is it told me to install the transmission. There's no transmission. So keep your fingers crossed. I have my spare parts box here, and in here I have some transmissions, and I'm gonna hope that one of these are a Sierra style, and I hope that one of these will work. So let me test fit one of these, and keep your fingers crossed, otherwise I'm in trouble again. Check it out. Those Sierra transmissions that I bought, spare transmissions, work perfectly. Now I bought those transmissions because I have a tap that will let me tap a Lumilite rod, and I can actually install these transmissions in custom pins that I build. It works perfect. Let me finish assembling the pin. Once again, this is perplexing. This pin uses a 27/64" tube, which is the exact length of the tube that I have. It's a Sierra, it's basically a Sierra clone. It's called the Princeton. But look at this. I can actually turn the entire mechanism. It does not press into the pin, and I don't understand why. So what I think I'm going to do is I think I'm going to epoxy the cap into the back of the pin so that the cap does not spin, and then the transmission can be pushed in, and the transmission needs to be able to spin, right? This part locks into the cap, and this part spins. So next step, we're going to get a little bit of epoxy and seat that in our pin. Wow, this is the first time I've ever assembled a Princeton, and I got nervous because when it said to press the cap into the back of the blank, I stuck it in there with my hand. You know, you kind of start it with your hand, right? Because it's got a little taper to it. Then you put it in your press and push it in. Well, when I started it, it just went straight on in. So I thought, well, maybe they use a different size tube. So I went and looked. They use a 27/64" tube. I have one of the tubes there, and I can actually press the back half of the kit into the tube, the tube that came with the Princeton. So I'm beside myself, never seen anything like it. And the fact that the kit didn't come with a transmission troubles me a little bit too. Thank goodness I buy spare parts, right? And thank goodness I have that little case over there full of spare parts because they come in handy. I think the epoxy trick is the way to go. Right now, it is getting the epoxy just inside of the tube. We're not going to put epoxy on this brass ring because we do not want, when we push it in, for it to squeeze out. On the back of the blank, we're going to put epoxy just inside of the tube, being very careful to get none on the outside of the tube. That way, I can press in the cap section. I can rotate it because it's workable for, what, 5 minutes. I can rotate it until it lines up perfectly with the seam on the back of the blank. And then I'm just going to let it sit overnight. We're not going to install the transmission section, the nib transmission section tonight. I'm going to let that thing sit and dry and make sure it's good and solid because I don't want to take a chance at, number one, moving it, or number two, getting a little bit of that epoxy on the back of the transmission and then not being able to remove the transmission from the pin when it comes time to replace the ink. So just a little weird. That kit was sent to me. I won't say who sent it to me because my guess is that person did not know, because they're a great person. I deal with them all the time, and I didn't pay for it. It was a gift that someone sent me. And I bet they never noticed the transmission wasn't in there, and I bet they didn't know that, I just think it's a fluke. I just got a bad kit, right? So that's cool. We're going to get this bad boy fixed up, and tomorrow it's going to be an awesome kit. So I still can mail it out tomorrow because, well, depending on if I can make it to the post office or not, I'll have to see what happens on my lunch break. But yeah, so I'll get this epoxied up, and then we'll see what else we get into tonight. I've got the cap epoxied in. She's going to set overnight, and we will finish assembling the pin tomorrow. Well, that's going to be it for me. I came out to do that. I want to get in the house. I've got some video editing I need to do, and I'm starving. It's I'm batching it tonight. My entire family is out this evening. I'm the only one home, just me and the dogs, and they've been in the house for about an hour while I've been out here. So they don't like to be left alone. They get lonely. So I'm going to go in, have myself a bite to eat, and I'm going to edit some videos. Hopefully, get you guys some more entertainment out there, some more content real soon. All right, everybody, have a great evening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.